Yo, 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 what's up, my boy? What's up, everybody out there? My boy, Harry. This video is going out to my boy, Harry, specifically. Harry, I just want to say thank you, man, for everything. Thank you for your support. We are recording right now, once again, on the 5000. We got it all hooked up today. We just built the professional broadcast rig. We call it the Broadcaster 5000 rig, okay? Whatever. And we got the whole rig connected. I just got my 15mm rods in. These are the smaller ones right here. So I just replaced these out. This came with the camera cage that I bought a couple days ago. I'm just telling you, my boy. The camera cage that I got the other day made by Movo. Excellent camera cage. We're going to be removing that camera cage possibly in a couple days. And we're going to be using it on my DSLR. We're going to be using it on the 600D. Let me reach over here and grab that. The 600D. So we got the 600D over here with the Canon HFR camcorder on top of it. We're going to call this a mirrorless camera because it don't have any mirrors in it. We're going to call this a mirror camera because it has mirror cameras in here. So this is a 600D Canon, and then this right here is the, I'm always trying to be a perfectionist, just getting my Canon part right. So you can see Canon glass. Okay, so this is the lens that I got for my birthday. Thank you out there, love you out there, bro. So this lens is still being used. This is the 2.8. We got the 2.8 hooked up to the 600D, and then of course the Canon camcorder. This thing shoots really good video, great video. This shoots great video too. So you got two different options here, and the good thing about it is you can rotate this thing. So say you want to rotate it, you want to shoot video of yourself, you wanted to self-blog, you could self-blog, you could pop the screen out like this, and you could self-blog, and I could look at myself like this and self-blog and still be looking at the audience, still be talking. So you have that option of doing two different things at one time. If you had a show that you were recording, you're recording an event, you're recording an event with this major camera right here, but now you want to record yourself, you can do that. So this is a great little rig. Now what we're going to do is we're going to extract the cage that is on this particular rig that we have right now. I sent you pictures a little while ago of the complete broadcaster rig. It's the DW750 whatever broadcast camera, professional broadcast camera with this expensive lens on here, this B4 lens. We've taken it, we've modified it, we connected directly to the 5000, and that's what we're shooting on right now. We're shooting on the 5000 without any microphone, so don't listen to the audio might not be all that great, but it's just the audio from the microphone of the 5000. We're not using any other mics or anything like that. I could have easily hooked up a boom mic or something like that, but we didn't do that. So this is just the 5000 going straight in to the Dell Optiplex with the HDMI, the micro D HDMI cable, which is probably a good little, that's good, like a 3-foot cable. A 3-foot cable going into the Chinese capture card, HDMI capture card. The capture card is going into the Optiplex Dell i7 computer with 8 gigs of RAM. With the messed up screen, the screen doesn't work on that computer anymore. That's an all-in-one computer, and then that all-in-one computer HDMI output is connected to my Emerson 32-inch monitor, which I keep looking at right here. It's a 32-inch monitor, which is does everything. So that's the computer monitor that I'm using, and then it's going into OBS software that we're capturing everything into OBS software right now, which is what do they call it, broadcaster software, on-air broadcasting software or something like that, whatever. So it's going into OBS. But what my goal, my point is, this Canon camera right here, this is my baby. But then all of a sudden I decide, okay, I want to build another rig, and I got this Sony here. So now I got this Sony, kind of hard to hold there. I got this Sony with another B4 lens on here. Okay, I got a Sony here, I got the Canon here, and I want to put these in different cages. Well, I can do that. I can take the cage and I can put it on this one camera and I can take it out, or I can put the cage on this camera and I can take it out and I can do what I want to do. So this is the Sony NEX, and this is the one that didn't work that I got for 29 bucks, which I'm very happy with that because that got me started on this. So I went from basically mirrorless to I went from mirror to mirrorless. So this is my first mirrorless camera, was the NEX, and it has a flip out screen and everything. We're going to get this thing working one day. When I turn it on right now, this is what I get. And it actually comes on, it says a camera error. It might be something that needs to be taken apart and fixed or whatever, and we'll fix it maybe one of these days. But as you can see, it's just like a regular camcorder. Boom. This is a big lens, B4 lens. And the remarkable part about this is that I can turn this off, and these lenses are all interchangeable. Is I could take this off. Okay, it has the adapter on there from China, which is NEX to Canon glass. This is actually a Canon glass, so I could take this glass and put it down for a minute, and then I could pop up my other camera. I could pop up my other camera like this particular one, and I could put that glass on there, and we're going to do that real quick. So I could just say, bam. Be very careful with these cameras. I don't want to drop them. So I could pop that one off, and I could easily pop this one on, and there you go. Oops, I got it upside down. There you go. Hang on. And there you go. Okay. I want to drop my Canon. So now I got the Sony, boom, on here. If this was working, this would be a great little mirrorless camera with the Sony glass. Or I could take this Sony glass and I could put it on the camera that we're shooting on right now, the 5000, because I have an adapter on there that takes it from B4. Well, this adapter right here would have to go on there, and I could do the same thing. But we're shooting with the B4 lens right now. So the B4 lens, that particular lens is a broadcast lens, so it has power zoom, servos, and all that type of stuff. I really love those Zen lenses a lot more than these, but this is actually a great lens for photography and video, and we're going to use this one for both. But I'm going to put it back on the Canon for a meanwhile because the Canon is working and this one is not working, and we're going to come back to this. But this got me into the mirrorless game. That's the reason I got this. It got me into the mirrorless game. A lot of people say, why'd you buy that? Why'd you buy a broken camera? Something to play around with. 29 bucks. I'm going to play around with it. What can you get for $29 nowadays? Pretty much nothing. My brackets cost $29. Matter of fact, some of these brackets cost me, from China, cost me 40. I think one bracket cost me like $42 or something like that. Okay? Yeah. So now we put the Canon glass back on the Canon. Line them up. Line up the red with the red. That's how you do it. Bam, snap it on, and now you got a nice system. And then I tighten up this little thread up here if I want to keep that Canon camera straight. And there you go. You got a nice system. But who wants to hold a camera like this? You're not going to hold it like this, and you're not going to hold it like this. If you try, you're not going to hold it like this with the grip. If you try to grip it like this, it's going to break. You're going to break this mount. You're going to break the mount in there. It's not strong enough. So you have. That's why they have this extra mount on here. And this is for tripod. So who's going to really hold a camera like this? Nobody's going to hold a camera like this. That's why you buy a cage. So you buy a cage so you can hold it and you can grip it and you can hold it with the top handle and you can hold it from here and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to put the cage back on here. So eventually, probably the next couple days, we'll be putting the cage back on here, and I wanted to share that with you, Harry. The cage is going to be for this particular camera right here, and then we're going to leave the B4 mount with the Sony mounted directly onto this broadcast body with the 15mm rods. We're going to leave that as our studio camera. This is going to be our studio camera that we're going to be using studio, streaming, live, whatever, because the memory card doesn't work. So why try to take it out and add all these different devices to it? Now I could actually, I forgot about that. I could do that. I can still put the streaming box on here. I might do that. I can put the streaming box mounted onto this camera. That's actually a good idea. And it can still record on the SD card, but you're not going to be able to see what you can see what you can do. And I can add a monitor to it, and then yeah, you could take this whole thing out. But it's just a lot of stuff to take out. So the 5000 is going to be primarily for studio work. If I need to do an interview, I need to go, or if I need to go set up, I want to do something really professional. I want to take some professional stuff out. Then we'll take this, but I don't see taking it out very much. This is the 5000, the Alpha 5000 that was put out like 6 years ago. Has excellent picture quality. Doesn't compare to probably all the new cameras out nowadays with all the focusing points and that type of thing. But you manually focus. You manually focus in and do what you need to do. Like right now, I just got it zoomed out. It's probably not perfectly focused and stuff, of course. If I do this, I don't know if I should do that, but if I zoom in, I'm not going to zoom in. But if I zoom in, I can really get a good focus on me, and then I can get blurry background and do all that stuff with this particular camera. Now this is a 5000, and just to tell you that we're actually shooting on this camera. I've been shooting on it for like 30 minutes a little while ago. I shot it for like 35 minutes. It didn't overheat, and that's one of the good things because we're using the software from the computer to record. Same thing with the external boxes that we have. If I use the GC2000, which is the Game Capture 2000, or I use any Elgato capture device, whatever, we're using that as part of the processing capability, using the processor on the computer just to show image, and using the processor on the capture cards and processing it on the computer to do all your actual capturing. And that's why the camera's not overheating. And we're not shooting in 4K. That's another reason it's not overheating. We don't need 4K. 1080p is fine. Now we're shooting in 1080i right now. 1080i, I believe. I set it for 1080p, but it showed 1080i earlier. I'm not sure. So anyway, this is the Canon rig. We're going to build a cage around this. We're going to take the cage from that, extract it, and the only thing I'm waiting on right now is the camera mount, what do they call it, 15mm rod assembly. I'm looking at those right now on eBay. The lowest one I seen was $9, and that probably will work, and that will hold the Sony 5000 on there. It basically holds a Sony 5000 adapter plate. It holds the adapter plate, and the rods go right between that, and then we can pull the full cage off, because I'm using the cage right now as the middle assembly, and I don't want to do that. And also put some more weight on this camera too. So we're going to take the cage off, and because I don't really need to mount anything on this cage. I don't need to mount any other accessories, microphones, and all that kind of stuff, because the body of the broadcast camera creates that it allows you to put accessories on here, I should say. You know, my light, my microphone, all that kind of stuff will mount onto the body. So, and also the body still works. The audio functions of the body, the XLR, the microphone, the audio mixing, all that can still be used on this particular body, which is awesome. And I just have to figure out how I want to route it into whatever converter that's going to go into, because right now everything's coming out of the HDMI cord of the camera, and that's fine. But I could set up a separate audio mixing system, which I think I might do. That's actually a good idea. That's actually a good idea. So I could use the Tascam DR100 recorder, and I could run that audio system into the Tascam DR recording system. This is so many different possibilities. I don't want to get all into that. This is just thoughts. But I just wanted to show, boom, this is my rig. Okay, we're gonna end this video. We're gonna I got plenty of different options. Once again, Canon glass. Okay, the Canon glass right here. This is nice. This is off my other broadcast lens. It needs to be cleaned up a little bit. We're gonna probably clean it up today, right now. But we're gonna pop it back on the Sony right now. Okay, I got it upside down. We're gonna pop this back on the Sony right now and call it a day. So here's the Sony mirrorless, the 3-in. Boom. We're gonna get this camera going back. We're gonna get this running one day. Probably use it for streaming or something. Who knows? Could be a second camera for streaming. And I love cameras. So I have Sony and I have Canon cameras. I have two Sony cameras I'm looking at right now. The PJ30 with the projector, and then the CX230 without the projector. I bought that one for $5 a couple weeks ago. We shot with that. It works great. Both of those cameras work great. They're SD cards. They record directly on the SD cards. 1080p video, HD. That's all you need. They could be built on the camera cage. I could put those on the camera cage. I did those a couple days ago. I built them all into the camera cage just to see what they look like. So I had both of them on each side of the camera cage with the Sony mirrorless camera. All kind of possibilities, just like this right here. And I said it depends on what you want to call mirrorless. This is mirrorless considered right now because it don't have a mirror in it. So it's putting a name brand on something and saying, hey, what do I shoot with? Do I shoot with mirrorless cameras? Yeah. How many mirrorless cameras I got? I don't know. I can't count. Technically, if I want to, go back in the world and I say, how many mirrorless cameras I got, going by man's words of being mirrorless. This is a mirrorless camera. Dang, I'm banging into it. This is a mirrorless camera, and the other camera that I'm shooting with right now, the 5000, is a mirrorless camera. But technically, every camera is mirrorless that don't have a mirror in it, right? So we go back to the camcorder. This is mirrorless as well. And when I start counting the camcorders, I got a lot of them. Okay, I can say I got, I don't know, 20 mirrorless cameras here. And then we start to count our phones. Count your phone as a mirrorless camera. Phones don't have mirrors in them either, don't they? So I got at least, I don't know, 8 phones. So 8 phones, and you times you multiply the camera. There's a camera in the front, there's a camera in the back. So every phone has a camera in the front and a camera in the back, right? So now you got 8 times, that's 16 cameras. That's 16 mirrorless cameras. So it's how you market yourself. It's how you market things, okay? And just like I tell people, I don't have a clothing line. I'm a designer. I design products, not just clothing, but I got coffee cups, I got pouches, I got all kinds of different things that I can design. I'm not a clothing line. I'm not a apparel design. There's a lot of things I can do. I got messages coming, so we got to check my messages. I got to check my email. I'm a businessman once again. I got to check my PayPal. We got people ordering products right now around the world. We got all kinds of different things happening. But I'm still your man, just Tony from Cali, enjoying life. And this video is going to my boy Harry. I love you out there, man. Once again, happy election to everybody. I hope you guys are blessed and well taken care of. And we are going to end this video. I don't know if I want to put this video out to the world or anything like that, but this is just me testing my cameras, enjoying myself, and I'll probably just send this to you, Harry. So, love you, bro. And once again, don't hate, don't wait, don't procrastinate, donate. If anybody else does get this video, $ Tony McDew, $ Tony McDew. You can do that through the Cash App, and then also you can buy our merch. Definitely click on the link If I do put any links in this video, click on the link and you'll see all the merchandise that we have available. Once again, we got hoodies, we got cups, we got t-shirts, we got all kinds of stuff. We got apparel, and we got stuff that you can probably use in your home or something. I don't know. I love you guys, and once again, I love my cameras, and we out.